In fact, let's move on now. The Karnataka Assembly has passed the Prevention of Slaughter and Preservation of Cattle Bill in the Legislative Assembly on Wednesday. Strong opposition from the Congress. Violators can be jailed for 3 to 7 years and can be fined from 50,000 to 5 lakh rupees. The controversial bill also imposes a ban on the slaughter of cattle below the age of 13. The bill was reintroduced by the BJP government after its previous act of 2010, passed by the same government, had been repealed by the Congress government in 2014. Meanwhile, former Karnataka Chief Minister and leader of opposition Siddaramaiah has called for the Congress Legislative Party meet today after the party vehemently opposed the bill in the State Assembly. Neha Hebare joining us for more details. Neha, what's the latest that you can tell us here? This obviously bill is being strongly opposed as well.
Avni, that's absolutely right. There are two facets to this. First of all, let's talk about the bill and then we'll get into the politics. So, talking about, this very bill that was earlier passed in the year 2010, the only difference, that we're seeing now in the bill that's been passed last evening on Tuesday in the Assembly, on Wednesday, beg your pardon, in the Assembly, is the fact that, the penalty has been increased from a minimum 1-year life term to a minimum 3-year life term. And also we're seeing that, the fine that is going to be imposed has also been stepped up from about 25,000 now to 50,000, and the upper end also being, up to 7 lakhs. So, talking about, what exactly the government of Karnataka has said on this, we did speak to the Chief Minister also a little while earlier, and they basically went on to say that this bill would, regulate the slaughter of, cattle. Now, when we're talking about cattle, we refer to cows. We're also talking about buffaloes, their calves as well. So, there's a very strict, clear-cut definition over here of cattle as well, and this is not merely restricted to cow slaughter. Now, coming to the second part of this, or the politics that's being, played out over here in the state of Karnataka, in the year 2014, this very bill was, in fact, repealed by the Siddaramaiah government, and now we're seeing in the year 2020, it has been brought back by the BJP government. But it really, of course, remains to be seen right now whether this bill passes the test of the upper house or the Legislative Council that we're referring to. To give you an understanding, the BJP does not have a majority in the council, so they would have to, bank on the JDS or the Congress for support to be able to pass this bill in the Legislative Council. So this is something that, we're seeing now with the Congress also, boycotting the Assembly session today that's currently underway. They have a separate, CLP meeting that's going on right now. We also saw the Assembly, Secretary going and speaking to the Congress leaders, asking about whether they would be attending the session, but there was no response from them. So the politics, of course, over this has taken precedence in the state of Karnataka right now. But we'll have to wait and see what happens in the council, Avni. That's also going to be very interesting.
Yes, absolutely, Neha. We'll have to keep a watch out for all of the other developments as well. Thanks so much for getting us those details.